Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of God New World. In today's video, we have the kits revealed for the two new characters, which is Coon Edahn and Coon Kiseia. Now, for the pronunciations, anyone wants to have a go at me, I'm trying to say it as close as I can to this guy in these lore videos. So that is where I got my pronunciations from. I'm trying, guys. Massive shout out to Lore on Discord for sending me those links. But that's the best I'm doing with their names. I apologize if they're wrong. I'm trying my best here, alright? I listen to the lore guy. He's got to know his shit, yeah? Alright, so the thing is, they've only released this in the Korean versions. They haven't released the English ones. I waited an hour for the English ones, but they never came. So we're going to cover it. Just know the translations are a little bit scuffed, so I'll do my best to explain how I think these two characters are going to work. And also, they will heavily depend on multipliers and things like that, and also their exclusive equipment, which I am definitely keen to see. So we'll jump in, we'll quickly look at their abilities, and then we'll read through them and talk about it. So first is going to be the basic and the passive that they always display. I'm just going to turn this music off so it doesn't get copyrighted. So this skill 2, bit of a assassinate type move, goes invisible as well. We've obviously seen invisible from Evan before. So that is pretty much it for her. So we'll go through it obviously more when she does drop into the game, but let's start reading it. So the passive, at the start of battle, the attack power increases per ally except himself. Obviously this is translation. Now I don't know if this means for every ally you just get increased, or whether it's every ally that is the same element. Now, keeping in mind, she is going to be the purple element, which I'm super excited about because I wanted a purple damage dealer. This is wicked to me. So she's purple. I'm assuming assassin. We can assume, but it doesn't say. So that is that. So I'm not sure whether it's kind of like the honeybee, Vespa, where it's like if it's the same element, or whether they have to be different element, or if it's just characters. So I'm not too sure how this works. I'm hoping it's same purple element because I really want a reason to put Coon and also what's her face into the team with her, the anima chick whose name has left me for this second. When you attack an enemy with a skill, the baby growler appears and leaves a mark. When an enemy in the marked state uses an active skill, the marker disappears and immediately seals the target. So I don't know what the baby growler is, because if we look at this passive here, let's have a look at it again. Let's take a look. Like, I don't see a baby growler coming from that. I don't see a baby growler, so I don't know what the baby growler is. But it sounds like you put a mark on them, and when it disappears, it's like when they use an active skill, it's going to seal them. So I'm not sure if the active skill will get off and then they get sealed, which I'm assuming seal is going to be like a hard CC. We'll have to wait and see. This one's really interesting to me. I can't wait to test it out. Active skill number 1 deals damage to the enemy 5 times and causes them to bleed for a certain period of time. If the skill hits a critical hit, the damage of the next attack increases and the target bleeds until the end of battle. This one, I'm really curious on multipliers, stacking multipliers, everything like that, but this looks like it's going to be a big consistent damage, so I'm curious to see how this one works as well, but that's what we've got so far. Active 2, teleport to the enemy with the lowest health, then slashes with a dagger to deal damage, stun them, and hide. So we get a stun and a hide. We saw that in the ability here, which is on the active skill 2, which is just coming up right here. So this one here, she attacks, gets the stun, you can see the stun, and she instantly hides. So a bit of protection as well. That's the invisibility similar to what Evan applies. Really nice. So that is that one. At this time, if the target's health is below a certain amount, the damage increases, becoming invincible while using this skill. So you're invincible while using it, and then you go invisible after using it, which is quite nice in my opinion. Curious to see where this falls in her attack order, whether she uses it at the start of the battle. It doesn't state at the start of battle, but curious to see how quickly she uses this. I think it'll be sort of probably like 6 to 8 seconds into the battle, because it is the enemy with the lowest health, so she's going to be focusing on trying to nuke someone. So I'm curious to see how this one works as well. I'm liking her kit so far. Ultimate, becomes invisible for a certain period of time and catches the enemy from behind and deals damage. At this time, if the target has a shield, the shield is immediately destroyed and damage increases. During the enhanced state, attack power and critical hit probability increases, and if you are involved in killing an enemy, you will be hidden. This feels like she can snowball. So basically, it seems like this is like a buffing ultimate. Becomes invisible a certain period of time and catches the enemy from behind and deals damage. But it says during the enhanced state. So it feels like it launches an attack and puts her in an enhanced state. We really need to see durations. Basically, I'm super keen to get, like, I'm going to pull for her no matter what. I think she looks wicked. I like the sound of this. I don't know if she's going to be the most viable carry, but I am pulling for her no matter what. And I will let you guys know my thoughts. Hopefully I get a few copies of her so I can test her a little bit properly, but we'll have to see. I'm aiming for her to be my third carry, even if she sucks as it, because I just really like this character. So that is her kit. She's more of an assassin. She has invisibilities. She sounds like she's got snowballing capabilities with that invisibility and some big damage. We got to see multipliers. I do like it. We'll have to wait and see. Then we have what did I say his name was? Edahn? Wait, this guy tell me. Give me a sec. Edahn. Okay, Coon Edahn. Okay, I got it. So we're not going to take a look at it because we'll look at it as we talk about the skills. So passive. Each time the last basic attack hits an enemy, a mark is created, dealing damage and reducing defense. Each time the mark overlaps, an additional effect is applied to the target. First stack, paralysis. Second stack, paralysis, and proportional to max health damage. Third stack, damage proportional to paralysis and max health damage. I don't know how the proportional to paralysis works. The max health damage, I'm assuming this has to be capped at a percentage of his attack. If not, you can get really broken damage out of these things. So most games will cap this at a percentage of their attack. If it doesn't, this guy could be broken at one copy. We'll have to wait and see. But this is really nice. You're getting paralysis, which is just a good effect to have anyway. But when it says the last basic attack, what I get when I look at this, if we take a look, is that I think it's like a 3-hit basic attack. So he goes boom, and then I'm not sure if it's a 2 or 3, whether that bit's like repeating the same thing. But let's just look at it again. You'll see he goes basic and then another one. But I think that's just a repeat of the second. So it might be a 2-hit basic attack that he does. And on the second hit of it, that's when he gets the effect. And then obviously he needs to do it twice to get the first stack because it's the overlapping stack is the way I understand it. So we'll have to see exactly how that works. Then we got his active. Teleport in front of the enemy with the highest attack power and hit a lightning strike, dealing damage and paralyze them before returning. You are immune to status ailments while using this skill, and your rapid speed increases for a certain amount of time. I don't know whether that means your attack speed or if that's actual swiftness. I'm not too sure, or whether it's something completely different. I have to wait and see. But the one issue with this is it says because this is you're immune to status ailments while using this skill, it doesn't say you're invincible. So teleporting in front of the enemy with the highest attack could put you in danger of a definite one-shot. So we'll have to wait and see. So let's take a look at this one as well. So there he goes. He stuns, but it's like he stuns so quick. So I'm not sure how that one's going to work exactly, but I do like it. It's just a matter of if he can get one shot while he's using it. That's my only concern. And then this one, active skill 2, creates an inviolable... Dude, it's a tough word for me. Area that lasts for a certain period of time. The inviolable area blocks projectile attacks fired from outside the area and emits electric current to deal damage to attacking enemies. While the inviolable area is maintained, you are immune to status ailments and / increase. So I don't know whether it's... I don't know whether that means you're immune to status ailments and buffs. Have to wait and see, but blocking projectiles is actually quite a nice effect to have, especially if it gets up before enemies start using their ultimates from range. That could be really nice. Have to see how long it lasts and all that stuff, but let's take a look at it and take a look at what he does here. So let's press play. So there he goes. He puts that little field up and you can see it around him, and that's protecting. It looks a lot like Big Bashni's one is what it reminds me of. So then we have the ultimate. Throws a spear in an invincible state. You know what? When we saw the trailer for the Coon event, this is pretty much what I called his abilities to be. I hate to have a subtle brag, but nailed it based on the abilities. I said he was going to have some sort of control and he was going to be invincible when using his ult. I'm just happy those two things came through. Inflicting damage proportional to max health to enemies with low health and stunning them. If the target is paralyzed, the attack is sure to hit meaning they can't evade it, creates an additional mark and invalidates the target's resurrection skill. So no one in the game has a resurrection at the moment, so this looks like preparation for a new character that's going to have resurrection skills, so maybe get ready for that. The charm lasts for a certain period, the charm lasts for a certain period of time and inflicts continuous damage to nearby enemies. When it says the charm, I think it just means like the lightning rod. So if you look here, he throws like the big spear and it stays there. I don't know why they say the charm, but it's like that lightning rod just going to sit in there and continuously deal damage. So that is the kits. That is what we're looking at so far. Once again, a massive shout out to Pridewin for putting this post out. I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to have a look and dig a bit deeper. But once again, exclusive equipments are going to be huge. Multipliers are going to be huge, but it's good to get an idea. I am definitely summoning for Kissaya. Is that what I said? Dude, I can't remember how I meant to pronounce it already. But I said it right at the start of the video, so give me a break. So I'm definitely pulling for her. Him, I'll probably put on my wish list and see if I get a copy of him to test him out at 1 copy, because that's what I'm really curious with those SSR pluses. But her, I'm really keen to test her out and hopefully get some use out of her. But once again, if you're not sure, always better to wait. I'll try and get you guys a video in the first day or so going through my thoughts on these characters. But once again, it does take a bit longer to test. Exclusive equipment, once again, going to be big, and same with multipliers. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.